my name is Sherry and today is Sunday. It's Slow Cooker Sunday. So today we're going to be making a chicken, broccoli, cheese, not broccoli, veggie, chicken, broccoli, chicken, veggie, rice, and cheese casserole. Okay, before I get started, let me just say, if this is your first time here, you love food, you love fun, go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss anything new. All right, so if you watched last week's Slow Cooker Sunday, we did a meatloaf. And the whole reason I usually do meatloaf is I got a bunch of stuff I need to use up in the fridge. It might be leftover vegetables or whatever. Last week I actually threw in some mango chutney, I think it was. Turned out fabulous. Well, same thing this week. I've got a bunch of stuff that I need to use up, mainly leftovers. So the first thing I'm going to start with, though, is 2 cups of rice. And I have some leftover chicken stock. I showed you guys how to make your own chicken stock on Tuesday. So this is leftover from that. And I have 3 cups here. And I went ahead and microwaved this so it'd be nice and hot. I kind of want to kickstart my rice is what I want to do. And then I'm just going to give this a little bit of a stir. So then I have I'd say about 3 cups, 3.5 cups maybe of veggies here. So I've got some broccoli, some carrots, some green beans, some corn. So the broccoli is like from one night, the corn and green beans is from another, and the carrots is even from another. So if you don't have all these veggies or whatever, you can use canned veggies, you can use frozen veggies, just whatever you have on hand. This is all about like using up what's in the fridge. So again, I have some chicken here, and this is left over from chicken Caesar salad, I think. So if you don't have chicken, you can either grab some canned chicken, you can do a rotisserie chicken, you can do ham. If you have some leftover pork chops, you can cut those up and throw it in here. Again, we're just really trying to use up everything in the fridge today. I also had a little bit of cheese sauce. I guess my husband must have made some nachos. I didn't even know this was in there, but I was like, perfect, this will make it nice and cheesy. So we're going to toss that in there. And then to make it a little bit extra cheesy, I've got a cup of shredded cheddar there. I'm also going to throw in about 4 or 5, about 4 here, I think. But it's to your taste, so if you like more garlic, you can use more, but I've got 4 garlic cloves here. See if I can fit those last 2 in there together. There we go. All right. So I'm going to stir this up. And then I would normally put in a can of cream of mushroom, and I would put in a can of cream of chicken. But I only had cream of chicken, so we're going to do 2 cans of cream and chicken, which again is fine. We're just using what we have on hand, especially right now because I have not been going to the store very much. Matter of fact, I've been having my husband do a lot of the grocery shopping for me. Then we're going to add some salt and pepper. So I've had my salt cellar for a long time, but I just got one for my pepper the other day, so I'm super excited. Especially because it kind of reminds me of Paula Deen's. I think she has one, but it's double the size, and it has 2 compartments, one for the salt and one for the pepper. So I'd really like to get one that's like that. And I really need a bigger spoon to stir this up with, but we'll make it work. And if all of this doesn't fit in my slow cooker, then I'll take the rest of it and I'll just, put it in a casserole dish, a small one, and we can just freeze it, and then I'll have it for another night. All right. So one other thing I'm going to add is about a cup of evaporated milk. And then we're just going to stir this up again. And that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my slow cooker. I'm actually using my Rockcrok for this, which turns into a slow cooker. Just going to take the lid off. And let's see how much of this we can get in here. We'll see how much we end up spilling on the counter. Usually when my husband's home, he'll help me, and he has me hold a spoon under here to keep it from splattering. Look at that. Definitely need to stir this one more time, though, because our rice is like all sitting on the bottom here. Oh my gosh, that was like the perfect amount. That never happens, right? I always have just a little more usually than what I need. So that is it. I'm going to put my lid on this. I'm going to put this in its slow cooker base. Now, we can either cook this on high for about 2 to 3 hours, or we can cook it on low, anywhere from like 6 hours, or just, put it on whenever you leave for work in the morning. let it go all day, and it'll be ready to go. So I think I'm going to, for the sake of time today, so I can finish this, I'm going to put it on probably on high for 2 hours. Okay, so I've had this cooking on high for about 2.5 hours. And again, you can cook it on low, 6 to 8 hours if you want. I think we should give it a try. Make sure we don't need to add like any salt, pepper, anything like that. I think it's perfect. I think it's just perfect. You know what I love about, I call them must go recipes, like everything in the fridge that must go. You know how I just kind of threw my leftovers in here? But you get so many different levels of flavor. So for instance, like the carrots were actually like a butterscotch carrot that I had done. And the green beans, those had been cooked like in some bacon grease. So everything just has like different layers of flavor to it. And then it all just comes together. Anyway, I think it's great. So one other thing I did while it was cooking was I took a cookie cutter and some cheese and I cut out little shapes. But before I put those on top, I'm going to use the scraps and we're going to mix those in. So it's going to become even cheesier. Did I lose a piece? I did. Sometimes I just eat the scraps. But Mark loves cheese. So we're going to go ahead and mix this in. Look at all that steam. And then once I've got all of that cheese incorporated, then I'm just going to take the little cutouts that I made and we're going to place these on top. And that way it'll be really nice and pretty when I go to photograph. And let's see, should we spread these out a little bit more? And when I go to serve it on the table. There we go. So I'm just going to toss this under the broiler for just 2 or 3 minutes and that'll be it. So I thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.